Alright. So, if we're going to start working on a sofa, we have to start with a cube. So, let's add a cube. Okay. So, my cube usually attaches to the 3D cursor. Okay, so ilalapit ko lang. Okay, para at least doon na siya lagi pumunta. Okay. So, here. So you don't have to do this, okay? Alright, so when you have your cube, we're going to scale it on Z. Okay? And scale it on X para medyo lumapad siya. Okay? Then the next thing we're going to do is go to our modifier and add a subdivision surface. Now, if you would notice, when you add the subdivision surface, it looks rounded already. So in the viewport, add another resolution, which is 2. Okay. Now, you can turn it off by clicking the real-time viewport. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is add an edge loop, at least 3. Okay. Then let go. Then add another one here. So, 3. Okay. Then we need to add another. So, just one edge loop on the middle. Alright. This particular cushion needs to be at least it has to be rectangle. Gawin nyo siyang rectangle. Okay? Hindi siya square. It needs to be a rectangle. Okay? Right. So, if you would see, this part is a bit straight. And that part. Kung tutusin, pwede na naman to. Right? Kaso nga lang, masyado siyang very stiff. Right? So, let's go to edge. Shift Alt. Alright. Shift Alt all the sides. Then scale. Okay. So the reason why we're scaling it is because we want it to somehow have this rounded shape. Alright? Ma-round natin yung shape nung nung pillow. Okay, cushion. Right? We'll make the adjustment as we go along. Okay? But so far, adjust lang natin ng konting ganyan. Okay? Let me just adjust my my cursor, my gizmo is too far away from my object, so I'll be just adjusting my origin. So origin to geometry. Okay, I made a wrong. I actually created the geometry inside. So let me just fix this. Okay, so press L, P. Okay, this one, I need to remove my selection. So here, origin, yan. Okay. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is Shift D, so that we can add the bottom part of the sofa. Then scale on Z. Now, if you would notice, parang masyadong bilog dito, right? So, what we can do is go in, Control R, so that we'll be able to control yung sides. So grab. Then X. Okay. G and X. Okay. So do the same thing here. Lagyan nyo ng control dito sa kanto. And same thing here. Okay. Alright, I think bumilog siya masyado. Alright. So let's try and stick it like this. Okay. Alright. Next thing is let's select the two, then duplicate it. Okay. Press 1 so that we can see if it perfectly fits. Or we can get this bottom part and scale it. Usually kasi ang sofa, yung ilalim is isang straight na pantay. Okay? Then, let's duplicate this again. Press 3 so we can see it. Then, press R. Press R, then 90 degrees. Okay. Then, scale up. Okay. Then, the next thing we're going to do is select these edges. Press 3 so that we can grab it. Then we can select these edges also. Press 3, then grab. So that we can have this incline. Okay, so press 3. The reason why I'm just working on this on this view, okay, it's a lot easier to just press 3 then grab like so. Okay. Then in this part, in the sofa, we can select the vertex. So press 1, then press O. Okay. You would see that the sub-selection is turned on, proportional editing. Then grab, then press G and press Z. So you would notice that yung parts that are affected, kasama siyang nagmo-move. Okay? So, press G again. Then, you could move it a bit. Okay? Then, do the same thing here. Grab, then Z. Para magkaroon ng konting pag-angat dun sa cushion. Okay? Alright, so select this. Okay, stick it there. Then the next thing we could do is add the side, the armrest. Okay, so let's add the armrest. So select this, rotate 90 degrees, grab, okay, then scale it on Z, so press 3, scale on Y, then Shift D, then add it to the other side. Okay. Now, if you would notice, I have my mesh has wireframe. You could go here in the viewport shading. Oh wait. Here in the overlay, you move your mouse down and find in the geometry section. You can find the wireframe. The reason why I want to see my wireframe is that I would want to see how much resolution I'm adding to my model. Okay. So something like that. Okay. In the VizDev, right? So it doesn't have any materials yet. We can shade smooth. Okay. So okay na naman siya, right? So even if we don't add any any wrinkles here, I think this will be fine. Okay. Pero let's just add the wrinkles, okay? But before we do that, let's try to duplicate our model first, okay? So Shift D, then put this on the side, so that if ever we make a mistake, we can always go back to the lower resolution, okay? So what we're going to do is select all of this, okay? Select that, then we have to apply the modifier. So apply, okay. Subdivision modifier. Okay. So now when you look at it, so marami na siya. Okay. Ayan na siya. Okay. So next thing we could do is select all of this. Okay, then Control J para join natin siya in one object para maging isa lang siya. Okay? Then if wala sa center yung center pivot, you go to Object, Set Origin to Geometry para center siya. Okay? So next in the modifier, let's add the multi-resolution. So in the preview, let's try add 1. Ayaw niya. Bakit ayaw niya? Subdivide. Sorry. Yun. So we need to subdivide. The thing here is, if we subdivide further, baka umiyak na yung computer nyo. Okay? So, I'm going to remove the wireframe para pag-add natin ng wrinkles is makita natin. Okay? So, itry natin. Okay? So, let me just save this first. So far, nasusundan nyo ba? Let me stop on this.